Hey, it's Brian Mertens, and in this video, I'd like to tell you about why I am so obsessed with nature. I've been making these online nature courses and mentoring people for a few years now, and back in 2007 is when I really became a very conscious student of nature. And, I had done camping and time outside as a kid. I wasn't a total newbie to being outside, but until 2007, it was never really something that I thought about in any conscious way as like a health practice or a way to help me live a more successful life. And it was around that time when I was reading a lot of books about nature by various authors, the main one being a guy called Tom Brown Jr., and he just introduced nature in such a different way than I had ever experienced before, because I started to see that the old skills like tracking and knowing the wild edibles and making fire by rubbing sticks together, these things aren't just little party tricks. There's actually something that shifts on a mental, physical, and emotional level when you take people out in nature and get them engaged in activities that humans have been doing throughout our entire history, all the way back to a time when we were basically like animals, instinctively doing what feels natural in our habitat. And so, it was a conscious decision that I made to work on my relationship with nature as a way to develop myself personally into a bigger and better person. I felt like my modern, cushy Canadian upbringing had kind of made me lose my edge, and I felt like some of the most basic human skills, like watching and listening to my surroundings and just being tuned in with the birds and the plants, I really didn't have those basic skills, and I could see that my life just wouldn't be the same if I didn't have the ability to use my brain in the same way that my ancestors did. And so being in nature and always pushing myself to get to that next level of awareness and have new experiences, for me, it's really a health choice. It's something that we now know is critical for having a healthy mind, a healthy brain, a healthy body, and healthy immune system. And when I talk to other people who really get into nature this same way, they say, I do it for myself and for the benefits that I get in my life. But on a deeper level, the thing that really drives me to get outside and practice these skills, it's for my kids, to be able to create a world where my children can be raised connected to the earth. They can always have clean food and clean water and the physical and mental emotional sensitivity to the needs of the planet, and really just love the planet, love their lives. And that's really why I'm so obsessed with nature, because at the end of the day, the Dalai Lama said once a person has all their basic needs of food, shelter, and water taken care of, that person has everything they need to be totally happy and fulfilled in life. And, at the end of the day, it's nature that provides all of those things. And all of our basic needs can be found in nature if we just learn to open up and become sensitive to the opportunities that are all around us. We could design our homes and our cities and our communities and our education systems to be connected with nature and give ourselves a way to craft that lifestyle that feels authentic and healthy and full of abundance. So this is really at the core of what I want to share with you, that through tracking and bird language and nature awareness, people become tuned to a higher level of health and happiness and freedom in our everyday experience. We transform into more competent members of society. We become better gardeners, better at growing food. We become better at educating the next generation. We become better at making decisions that lead to long-term success and fulfillment, both as individuals and also as a community. We support ourselves better. So if you're not already exploring these things and getting the benefits of nature in your life, I highly recommend that you just get started by doing something small. You don't have to do everything all at once. It really just starts by going outside and saying, how can I go deeper into nature today? and you will be very glad that you did. So that's all that I wanted to say today. I'd love to hear what you think of this video, so leave me a comment. I'd love to hear, how long have you been intentionally exploring nature, and what's the next level for you? How do you want to step up your game over the coming days, weeks, months, and years? So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.